Hello student. Today we are going to move for the next part of our discussion, and that is nothing but the viruses. We have already gone through this particular part, but here I am going to discuss it again. So today's topic for the discussion is viruses, or simply we can call it as a virus. Now recently we have gone through the pandemic of a virus, and we have got many messages from that particular viral infections throughout the world, and today we are going to talk about that same thing, that is nothing but the viruses. Now when we talk about viruses, we have to know that it is a non-living organism. That will come in later discussion how they are known as a non-living organism or non-living particles. All these things we are going to discuss in this particular lecture. Now first of all we can say what we call a virus. If we call it as a living, then how they cannot categorized as a living. Now how we called it as a non-living, that we are going to get cleared in this particular definition. So virus is an infectious particle consisting of core of nucleic acid enclosed in a protein cell. So here you can see this is nothing but a typical virus, in which you can see the envelope is there. So this envelope is nothing but the external coating which is present to the viral genomic structure, which is present internal side, and the protection is there. This protection is of a protein coat, and inside to this there is a genetic material. This is nothing but the simple structure of virus. Now what? Viruses are microscopic, acellular, highly infectious, which are considered to be one on the threshold to the life. Next, viruses are acellular and are able to function and reproduce only if they can invade the living cell. Now these are nothing but the various definition having the same meaning. The meaning of that particular definitions are, they are a particle, they are not on living things. Again, they are acellular and microscopic. Again, they are acellular and they cannot reproduce themselves. Only they need a invade of living cell, or we can say a host is needed for the further development or reproduction of the viruses. So in simple terms we can say that viruses are acellular, microscopic, and they need a particular type of host for their reproduction or for their development. So this is nothing but the simple definition of virus. We repeat the definition of virus. Viruses are acellular particle, they are microscopic, acellular, and they need a particular type of host for their development or for the reproduction. This is nothing but a simple definition of the virus, and it is clear from this definition that the viruses are non-living thing. They require a particular type of host for their growth. Now moving to the next, that is the history. Adolf Meyer in 1886 has demonstrated that mosaic disease of tobacco is infectious. Then Ivanovsky in 1892 confirmed the observation of Meyer. Okay, so they performed the experiment. Then Vijernik in 1898 called it as a virus venom or poisonous fluid, and the name virus or the term virus was first coined by Louis Pasteur. So this is nothing but the very previous history, when we can say there will be a unavailability of the particular type of microscope. Say for example, the electron microscope is unavailable in that particular period. Then also these scientists work for the discovery of the viruses. So they discovered that there is something, and that something will cause the infection. Now what this something is nothing but the virus. The term virus was first coined by the Louis Pasteur. Now this is very beginning of the, or this is nothing but the very beginning of the viral or virology, we can say. Now after that, the development of microscope and all these things, it is clear that this particular infection which is caused in plants particularly tobacco we can say. It is caused due to the tobacco mosaic virus. Now the first virus which is discovered, or we can say scientists worked on that particular virus, is nothing but the tobacco virus, or TMV we can say. On TMV many different scientists work out, and they finally found that this is nothing but the non-living acellular microscopic structure known as virus. Later on the development in a microscope, and due to this microscopic observation, it is clear that the observation of these scientists is very clear and very true. Now moving to the characteristics of virus or viruses. There are particular characteristics. These characteristics are true about these viruses. The first, viruses are acellular ultra microscopic disease causing particles. Viruses shows very simple structure. They possesses very simple structure. Size of the viruses ranges from 10 nanometer to 200 nanometer, which is very small or smaller than that of bacteria. Viruses do not grow, do not respire. Viruses are obligate parasite, and the most important thing, they possesses their own genetic material. Though they are non-living, but they have their own genetic material, and cell organelles are absent in viruses. So these are nothing but the few characteristics or general characteristics of viruses, which proves that the virus appear in the form of particles in the air or environment we can say, and they only require a particular type of host for their development. Now when we concentrate on these general characters, we can say that they are ultra microscopic and disease causing particles. They are not a living organism. So here there is no word we can say organism is there. Then they are very small in size, that they can possess 10 nanometer to 2000 nanometer. So for this we can say scientists perform one best experiment, and this experiment proved that these viruses are very small in size than that of the bacteria. What they did in this experiment, the infected part of the plant was collected, it was crushed and filtered, and the filtrate was collected in a test tube. Now the bacterial filter, okay, bacterial membrane filter is there, that is nothing but the filter which is used for in a microbiology, or we can say in a bacterial study, the filter was used. So that filter is used to filter that particular filtrate which is obtained from the infectious plants. So that when the filter was filtered from that particular filter, membrane filter, what is observation or what was observed? The filtrate which is collected, that filtrate or that particular liquid, again when sprayed on the fresh or we can say healthy plant, it showed that the viral particles were present in that particular liquid again. So it is proved from this experiment that the viruses are very small in size than that of bacteria, and it will transfer from that particular bacterium or bacterial filter. साध्या भाषेत सांगायचं तर सायंटिस्टनी काय केलं तर जे इन्फेक्शन झालेलं प्लांट होतं, इन्फेक्टेड पार्ट होता प्लांटचा, तो कलेक्ट केला, त्याला क्रश केलं, त्याचं जे लिक्विड होतं ते लिक्विड एका टेस्ट ट्यूबमध्ये कलेक्ट केलं, आणि त्या कलेक्ट केलेल्या लिक्विडला एक बॅक्टेरियल फिल्टर थ्रू फिल्टर केलं, आणि जे लिक्विड परत कलेक्ट केलं ते हेल्दी प्लांट्सवर नेऊन स्प्रे केलं. तर असं ऑब्झर्वेशन मिळालं की जे हेल्दी प्लांट्स होते त्यांना सुद्धा हे जे इन्फेक्शन होतं याचे सिम्पटम्स त्या हेल्दी प्लांट्सवर सुद्धा जाणवले. तर याच्यातून असं प्रूव्ह झालं की हे जे व्हायरसेस आहेत हे व्हायरसेस त्या बॅक्टेरियापेक्षा सुद्धा काय, दे आर व्हेरी स्मॉलर दॅन दॅट पर्टिक्युलर टाइप ऑफ बॅक्टेरिया. द नेक्स्ट मोस्ट, व्हायरसेस डू नॉट ग्रो अँड डू नॉट रिस्पायर. As they are non-living, they cannot show any growth or they cannot do the respiration. Along with that, they are known as obligate parasite. So obligate parasite we know very well. In last lecture we discussed this. Obligate parasite means what? the parasite which grow on a particular type of host, they require a particular type of host only. So for example, tobacco virus, or we call TMV, tobacco mosaic virus, which grow on a tobacco plant. It cannot show any growth on the animals. Okay, so we called it as a plant virus, and that plant virus particularly grow on a plant only. It cannot grow on the animal. So they are known as obligate parasite. They require a particular type of host, and on that host only they will grow. So they are known as obligate parasite. Now they possesses their own genetic material. त्यांना त्या viruses कडे त्याचं स्वतःचं genetic material असतं. Either they have DNA, or we can say they have RNA. That is nothing but the genetic material, but they have their own genetic material. Cell organelles are absent in viruses. So as we compare the cell virus with the viral cell with the plant cell, we can say there is no any other organelle than that of genetic material in the viruses. So this is nothing but the general characteristics of viruses, which is very common, and we can say specific to identify the virus. Means when we apply these characteristics to the viruses, we can definitely say that this is nothing but the virus, and these are the simple characteristics which is applied to the viral study. Now the next part which is included in our discussion, that is nothing but the classification based on the host. So we discuss this point in upcoming lecture.